Welcome back to Spaghetti for Your Thoughts. I'm Greta.
I'm Jenica.
And after a extremely long hiatus, we are back in the chair.
Out for a while. I've been to 2 countries.
You really have.
I've turned a new age.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
A lot has happened.
So much has happened. The summer is in full swing. We celebrated the 4th of July.
Yes, we did. Not together.
No, we didn't. It's Jenica's favorite holiday. So did it live up to your expectations?
It was
and
such
hopes?
a good one. Did you have a good one?
Had a great one.
Good. You just chilled?
We just chilled. We kind of just binge watched a show. Thomas made a whole chicken.
A whole chicken?
Yeah. And then at like 9:30, we just walked around the neighborhood and walked up a hill and like looked out over the valley and saw the fireworks. All the little
shows?
It was really fun.
That's cute.
Yeah. What about you?
We went cherry picking and peach picking in the morning at the
Yum.
orchard. And then we went to lunch with Laura and Owen and all the people.
Fun.
And then what did we do after that? We went on a walk. And then we went to your parents' house for a barbecue.
Love it.
And then we went to the Star Fireworks.
Which is always a blast.
Which were magnificent.
It was the grand finale. Very grand.
It was different than normal in the sense that like they usually like just keep them going. But this, and it's longer.
Yeah.
But the finale was like so fast, but like filled the sky.
Was happening.
You couldn't believe it.
I love it.
I love the 4th of July.
It's amazing. My question is that I wanted to talk about just real quick.
Yes.
Why are people setting off fireworks at like 7 p.m., 5 p.m.?
I know, you can't even see it.
You spent hundreds of dollars.
Right.
You've had these fireworks in your home for a couple weeks, ready to go. Mm-hmm. And you're like, I can't wait any longer.
Was the time.
I have to put this out.
My only thought on that is maybe they have kids that go to bed early.
I guess, but it was on a Friday night.
I know, just keep them up till it's at least dusk.
It's ridiculous to me, and it's really
the whole at-home fireworks are ridiculous to me in general.
Word, right?
Like the amount it costs, and it's not even that good.
Honestly, they've gotten a lot better.
No,
what people are springing for these days.
It's true, and like when you were walking to the Star Fireworks, you walk past all the neighborhoods, and it's just like everywhere you look, people have them going, and some of them I'm like, those were huge.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, what? That's such a back dad.
But then you go to the actual fireworks show and you're like, these are like
big fireworks. 12 times that. Yeah. I'm like,
why would you pay for that when you could just sit and watch it for free and they're way better?
I honestly don't understand it. And it feels so dangerous to me.
I know, it does.
Such a tight knit.
Maybe that's what people like about it.
I don't know. Thomas and I, when we were walking, there were just like all these drunk people and they like had these rockets like boom, boom. And
they just love things that explode.
It was terrifying.
Does Thomas like that energy?
Honestly, I was surprised that he didn't get like freaked out by it a little bit more, but we were enjoying ourselves. We felt like we were in a movie, like in a war.
Oh my goodness,
it was crazy.
That's another thing. I'm like, it's so funny that our country does fireworks to like celebrate the country,
right?
When it's like people who were in the war probably have extreme PTSD.
We looked that up, and it is a pretty big day for PTSD for people.
Yeah,
and
I'm just like, only imagine.
I literally thought that was kind of ironic. I was like, we're celebrating our freedom, and the people who gave us freedom by
are having
ostracizing that sect of the population.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Anywho,
yeah. So
4th of July was good.
4th of July was good.
And I love that holiday.
Amen.
Okay, I have a hilarious TikTok that I wanted to show you.
Oh, I can't wait.
And I'll just play the audio for everybody.
Please.
And this guy was talking about like it's a would you rather.
Okay.
And it just made me laugh.
It gave you a little chuckle.
So hard. Okay, here we go.
Would you rather be in a permanent relationship with either a really tiny person, like the size of a mango, and they're like really naughty and they're kind of mean and they're like always escaping and hiding from you and kind of sneaking up on you and stuff, and their voice is like that kind of voice, or someone who's twice the size of a normal person, so like 10 to 12 feet tall. They're really kind, but they're like super clumsy, like really, really clumsy, and they kind of smell like milk, just regular milk all the time. Oh. Let me know what you think.
Oh my goodness.
So what do you think?
That's so real. To be real with you though, the milk big guy is a lot of men in general already. Am I wrong?
So true.
And the little guy, like, okay, here's the tea.
He's kind of
I'm
naughty.
boiling it. It's so funny. Also, a mango.
I know, like the size of a mango.
I love that. Okay, here's my overall just initial thought on the whole thing. one of those, there's love and respect in that relationship, regardless of the downsides. And then the other one is just like this freaky little
that your baby
like leprechaun from The Luck of the Irish or something.
Okay, that's my initial thought too. Like, obviously, you have to do the giant milk guy.
Right.
But in hindsight, your life would be so weird and boring. Whereas if you have this little mango you're chasing around,
but you are constantly wired. Like, you're constantly on edge.
Your nervous
just like, where is he?
Wrecked.
And that's not what you want from a romantic partner. Are you going to have children with this thing?
I don't know if that's possible.
I don't want to know.
Oh my word.
Yeah, no, that's going to be a no for me, dog.
I think I would choose the mango.
I choose celibacy.
Honestly. But with
you
the
choose
mango.
I think I choose the big guy, but it is embarrassing.
Like, think about him, just like,
boom, boom,
and he's
boom.
so clumsy.
And then, like,
he
here
hits
comes
into,
Craig.
Yeah, he hits into everything. You can't go anywhere.
But the little mango guy, it's also embarrassing in a different way because they're like, "Oh, where's your guy?" And you're like, "I don't know." It's just not a relationship you want to be in.
He's like in your pocket.
Oh, here's my little mango.
Would
you fit a mango in your pocket?
Maybe not. So he's like,
maybe not. Maybe not. This mango just kept getting bigger. Oh my word! What's like the smallest you'd go?
Like for
your guy? Yeah, mango. Pretty small.
The smallest I'd go would be tiny.
Thumbelina size. Little. Oh. You killed him. I think you killed him. I love that. That was fantastic.
Biggest you'd go?
The double size guy.
Yeah.
Like anything. Because when he was describing the big guy, I was like, we can make it work.
10 feet.
Back in the day, some people were that tall.
Anyway, I just picture him like coming into your house. Like, where does he?
And he's clumsy, so he's destroying everything you
have. He's just knocking dishes off the counter.
What if you have a rule where you're like, you stay outside, buddy?
He sleeps outside. He lives outside.
Okay, because I'm kind. I'm kind, I'll do it.
And his voice is like,
that was so good.
I just love that guy. Like, where did he come up with that?
Well, what was funny to me about the question was like, okay, here we go, and then he just kept throwing stuff on it. I was
and he's naughty,
how
and
did
he
you
hides.
Come up with this, my dude?
It's so funny to me. Okay, so I also saw
that.
this video about like this person was saying things that don't make sense to them. I don't know if we talked about this before. Probably we have.
I don't know.
But anyway, I was thinking of some things in the universe that just don't make sense to me.
Yes.
I'll tell you some that I thought of, and you tell me if you can think of any on your own.
Oh man, I would love to.
Okay, first thing that I thought of, records and CDs. No idea how that works.
Zero clue. Like the TV even? Radio? Well, radio's a little
but
different,
think about a record. You put this tiny needle on this plastic thing and music plays.
And like how people sometimes you could put a sewing needle with like a paper cup attached to the end of the needle and you can run it along a record and you can hear the record.
It's bizarre.
Because it's like imprinted onto the material. Right. I don't get that.
How is a song imprinted on
CD is even weirder than that.
Yeah,
because at least a record has some sort of texture.
That's true.
So me and my brain, I can almost be like, okay, there's a texture there.
But something just spinning, how is it coming out? Okay, so that was one.
Clue. Yeah.
This one's classic. Photos. How do I just do this and then that of you is like saved forever?
It frightens me.
And then when you delete it, where does it go?
And how there has to be some physical place somewhere that holds all of this information because there has to be.
That stresses me out.
And the internet. Okay. I heard, you know how people are using ChatGPT? I feel like we always talk about ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Apparently, it takes so much storage to exist somewhere just because people say thank you to ChatGPT. Do you know what I'm saying? We're like, that is how much people are using the internet, that there has to be physical space just to... Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't make sense.
And that's the point. It doesn't make sense. There has to be a physical place to hold this information. Like Instagram, people are posting multiple times every second.
Yeah.
And something has to store all that information. How does that work?
It really stresses me out.
Yep.
Ew.
Yep. Gross.
Cruise ships.
Yuck.
They're huge. They're massive. They're like hotels on the water. How are they just floating on the water? And there's theaters in there. There's
frightening.
Frightening. Which I have a huge thing to talk about cruise ships later on.
Can't wait.
Today.
But in the same vein as that, I understand lift and all this other junk, but airplanes, same thing to me.
That was my next one.
Same thing. Airplanes. It's very similar, where it's like, how though?
For some reason, the boats just stress me out more because it's like, how is that something so heavy? It's tons. It probably weighs a ton.
It's about the display.
I know. It doesn't make sense. Wind?
Agreed.
Where does it start? Where does it end?
Right on.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
What is wind?
That
air moving? But like, how is it moving?
I can't. We need to stop about that. That's freaky.
Okay. Extinct animals?
Sad.
How do they know they're extinct? How do they go,
okay, because sometimes...
haven't seen that lizard in a while.
I mean, they do, like, track them, and there's scientists for those things.
I know, but like, have they looked everywhere?
That's the thing. Dinosaurs, I think they're still there.
There still could be some out there.
I genuinely think there might be something still out there. But, like...
Might even be a hippopotamus.
Like, they're related.
No, rhinos look so much like dinosaurs.
And so do chickens.
But we don't need chickens. Like, they're skeletons?
Well, they're like birds and dinosaurs are related and blah, blah, blah. I don't know what to believe. But kind of in that vein, I saw this bumper sticker as a kid that still affects me, even though it's like, that's stupid. But it's like, extinction is forever. And I'm like, powerful.
You're like...
It kind of made me get in my feels a little
6-year-old
bit.
Greta's like having an existential
And that's where my
crisis.
existentialism started, you guys.
Her catastrophic thinking was born.
That's like back in the day when like pandas and koalas and zebras were kind of on the edge, you know,
and
back
eagles,
in the 2000s.
Eagles.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now apparently they're back.
Bald eagles are back. Bald eagles are back.
Good. Okay, and then how are there not more cemeteries? Maybe you have an insight on this.
Here's the thing about
thousands of people die every day and we only have like a few cemeteries.
I mean, I would say at least half out here in the West are going to be cremations, most of which go on your shelf or are spread somewhere.
Yes.
Or if you're burying them, they take up 1/5 of a grave plot.
But still, there's so many people dying every day.
I think about that once in a while, but here's what I've thought, because you sent me that one video a while ago about this.
Oh.
People are like, why are there no more cemeteries? What are they doing with the bodies?
Yeah.
Here's my thing. People aren't really paying attention to that. Like you, Jenica, are not going to be driving around and being like, oh, there's no new cemeteries. Like,
yeah, that's true. So you're saying there's actually more than we realize?
Like if someone doesn't shop at Target, doesn't care about Target, they're not going to be thinking about a new Target that just popped up on the corner necessarily. If there's more cemeteries or cemeteries are extending their... Because cemeteries do expand.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't notice that because you don't go to a cemetery every single day.
Right.
I do. And
so you think that there's enough space?
Oh, there will be. Yeah.
Okay.
But I understand it. I just think that there has to be. People will make more if we need more.
Okay.
And they have been.
Along the same vein, but not really at all. Movie theaters. When you see them from the outside, they don't look that big. But how are we fitting those giant screens?
Same thing with...
In like 12 different rooms.
It's a good question. Also, speaking of this, the other day I was having this fantasy where I was like, I want to go into that movie theater that's closed up the hill. You know the one over there? The 12 or the 14 or whatever?
Oh, yeah?
I want to go in there. Because it's all probably still intact.
Ew, that's so spooky.
And it just sits there.
That gives me the chills.
It's sitting there right now. The chairs are just sitting
there.
Gotta
stop. I'm freaked out.
No.
Ew.
I know. It's creepy.
That's
my new dream.
Things like that really scare me a lot.
I know.
Like even when I think about my empty school right now.
That's what I'm saying. It's just there. Existing.
The desks are just sitting there. Yep. No one's sitting in them.
Yep.
Have you noticed people smoking so much more?
Jenica, yes.
Like,
I have noticed people smoking more.
Like, I saw 3 or 4 people smoking today.
Really?
Yes.
In their car?
2 were in their car, and I saw a couple walking down the street.
Okay, this is so funny you bring that up, because literally I thought the same thing. No! A bug?
Boom! I think it did lay...
Sorry. Are you okay?
It didn't stay, but it was pretty big.
I can't wait to watch the
you'll be
playback
able to
on
see
that.
it on the
it's
screen.
Just like this mambo fly just
it's
coming
my
in
mango
war.
husband playing tricks on me,
baby. Playing tricks on me.
Anyway, yeah, there's been a lot worse.
Lots of smoking.
And also, I watched this rom-com that was in the theaters, a new one, and the 2 main people were smoking.
Interesting.
I feel like it's just I haven't seen people smoking in movies since like the 90s.
I know. Well, my TV show I'm watching, they're smoking, but the show takes place in 2001.
So that's
like, okay,
more.
That's different.
That's what.
But I have been noticing it more. Like a lot of people driving have been smoking, and I'm like, I thought we were over this. I thought we were into the vape
I hope it
situation.
doesn't become
like cool again. Kind of thing.
Because it was like a sexy, cool. Like they made it that way in the movie I watched.
Right.
Like these 2 cool powerhouse people.
Oh.
And I'm like,
they're putting it back in.
Why are we doing this? What do you have for me, girl?
Oh, let me find it. I mean, I hate to talk about Crumbl cookie again.
No, please.
But I
the
must.
Moonbeam ice cream cookie?
The Moonbeam ice cream cookie.
A little ladybug.
Oh my goodness, they're just all
Here, can
over
you flick it off
sis?
Me? Thank you.
Oh, it's flying. It's so and joyful. But yes, the Moonbeam ice cream, the best Crumbl cookie I've ever had.
It's hands down.
The Benson Boone cookie, you guys.
Was
Benson Boone, friend of the pod.
Yes.
That is the best cookie I've ever had at Crumbl. Amen,
Same.
amen.
If you had it,
comment down below. But anyway, that's not what I'm here to discuss.
Okay.
I'm here to talk about, I was at Walmart several weeks ago now.
Yeah.
I had to buy some shampoo. Have you heard about this?
The Crumbl flavored shampoo?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that.
What?
I've seen the deodorant too.
Yes, the deodorant?
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yuck. And I was like, Jen, have we heard about this?
What flavors were they?
Okay, I took a picture.
Like
Let me
strawberry
see.
shortcake or something
That's
is what
the
I
thing.
remember.
So there was the only thing I even thought maybe I would get was a hand soap.
No.
But they were
Nasty.
all gross flavors,
Yeah,
too.
that's the thing. I'm like,
So, okay, let's see. They were confetti cake.
for shampoo?
Yes.
Ew.
Nilla beam cupcake.
Nilla?
Nilla. As in va.
As in va?
As in va. Lemon glaze.
No.
Strawberry crumb cake. Yeah, those were like the 4.
I could have strawberry in my hair, I think. But that would be it.
But the twist on all of them was like cake, cupcake, cookie. I'm like, I don't want that sugary smell.
That's the thing. I don't want sugary smells on
That's
my hand
gross.
or my body or my hair.
That's yucko.
That's really gross.
Yeah, no.
The deodorant is what takes the cake
So
for me, no pun
that's
intended.
what got me was I was
Yeah.
like, okay, we could do shampoo maybe, we could do hand soap maybe, but deodorant? You're also
Sweet sweat.
you're committing to that for
Yeah.
months.
That's the problem with any of these purchases.
Right.
It's not like a one-time deal.
Exactly. And I'm also like, Jen is so El Natural with her deodorant. That,
Yeah, that
like,
gives me the grossies.
that would heave you
I
right
even
out.
think Native was doing that with them, partnering with them.
With Crumbl? Someone is exploding from the seams.
I think it was Native that was doing it. I'm like, they're supposed to be all natural.
Oh my
company.
goodness. Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
Well, anyway, that was just my little thing. I just wanted to cover the Crumbl
So did you
thing.
get it or?
No, I couldn't bring myself to.
Okay.
I literally sniffed all of them just to be like, maybe, because it's Crumbl. I love Crumbl.
Yeah. But to eat, not to wear.
No, yucko.
That's so gross.
It was gross.
Speaking of Benson Boone, really quick, we don't need to get hard into him.
I just feel like we need to talk about him every pod now.
I know.
Because we're white girls.
But, okay, I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Like, people are being really mean to
What's
him.
going on right now?
Well, everyone
What's
just
going on?
hates him. Like, it's the cool thing to hate Benson Boone. And it makes me
Is
so
that really
sad.
what's happening?
Yes. Everyone's like,
Oh.
you listen to Benson Boone, you listen to Benson Boone. All he does is flip around. He doesn't even have any good lyrics, blah, 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 blah.
Disagree.
And then there was this one comment that was like, what did it say? It was like, I don't even know why, but I hate Benson Boone. It just feels right. And anyway, he pulled that comment up and he was like, it was so sad. And he was like, if you guys like hate me, that's fine. But like, can you give me some constructive feedback about like how I can be better? Because just saying you hate me because it feels right, I can't improve in any way.
That's
And
so
I'm like,
sad.
that makes me want to cry.
But in defense of the comments, no, I'm not going to defend the comments, but I'm going to say in defense of that situation,
Mhm.
like, you know how Justin Bieber popped off and continues to,
Yeah.
but like in our day.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like you either love Justin Bieber or you hate
Or you
Justin
hate, and
Bieber.
that's the thing
It's
to do.
what you're doing.
Yes.
It's not personal at all.
Yeah.
I mean, as is said by saying, I don't know why I just hate him. It's because we as a society love like hating cool
I
things.
know, which makes me really mad because it's like just
This is a
either
real
be
person.
neutral about it or
Yeah.
love him.
Yeah.
Like, why? He's a human being.
It reeks of immaturity. And
Yeah.
it's like, even if they had something constructive to say, you don't want the construction from those people.
That's true.
Because they're not going to be pleased. They
And
just
he's
want
like
to
taking
hate
it
you.
well, but I'm
Yeah.
also like, he's a baby. He's
He's a
22.
child.
And to
Mhm.
have this much hate for no reason, for being popular,
It's the price you pay.
is like upsetting to me. And also, his new album is a banging
Yep.
bop.
Let me find it.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah, it is good. It is good. And
It's not like a
Well-
masterpiece by any stretch,
And listen,
but
like,
it's fun. His music's just fun.
yes, and heavens knows we need a little more of that.
I
I
know.
mean, for Pete's sake, and he's so sweet and joyful doing his little flips. Like, it's not for everyone. That's fine.
No.
He can't change to be for those people, though.
Right.
That's silly.
Exactly.
Oh, bless
Anyway, I'm just
him.
feeling bad for him right
our little
now.
Benny
'cause
Boo Boo.
Our little Benny Boonson's really
Mm.
going through it. It makes me sad.
It's flipping sad.
What would you say the color of a tennis ball is?
Oh, you want me to say like green or yellow?
I don't
Which
know.
one am I picking?
Maybe you think it's gray.
First off, my brain's like, it's yellow. Say it's yellow.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like it's green.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it's neon green.
For sure.
But people are
Say
saying
yellow.
it's yellow.
See, because neon green can tickle into yellow.
Yeah.
Dare I bring up somehow again the yellow-green crayon?
Oh.
Okay, I feel like there's like 5 things we always talk about. We talk about crayons.
Yeah.
We talk about Benson Boone. We talk about Crumbl. Maybe in the same setting.
And that's about it.
Yeah, but that yellow-green crayon, that's green and yellow. I feel like that's what a tennis ball
I would
is.
call that neon green.
Yeah.
The crayon's more yellow than the tennis ball to me.
Does neon yellow have any green in it whatsoever?
What is neon yellow? Oh,
I
like
don't-
highlighter.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, because then when I think about a highlighter, that is pretty tennis ball-y.
But it's not
But no,
green
it's more
enough.
green than
yeah,
that.
so it's neon green.
So should we look up what it actually is?
Yeah. Just
Like-
Google what color is a
Yeah,
tennis
what
ball.
color is a tennis ball?
And have the AI thing be like, well, it's
Oh.
a little highly debated.
It's called optic yellow.
Okay, so it's yellow. It is
Tennis balls are officially optic yellow.
officially.
Yes.
Okay.
Which, while many people might describe them as green or a greenish yellow, the color is officially classified as yellow. When I look at this picture, I'm like, yeah, I guess.
Yellow.
But also, I see so much green underneath it.
I
I
see
would.
so much green in you.
Yeah, exactly.
Says to the ball.
But anyway, speaking of colors, though, really quick,
Please.
we are all over popcorn.
Wow.
Popcorn prayer.
Welcome to the pod.
Remember popcorn prayer?
Popcorn anything. Popcorn praying. Popcorn reading was worse than popcorn praying.
The worst. It's people just calling you. I forget how that worked. How did they know it was your turn?
Oh, I think you just let it sit for a moment, and
Oh,
then
and then someone
jumps in.
That's what it is.
and then when 2 people or 3 go at the same time, then everyone stops,
and then no
you
one
wait.
knows when
It's
to
like
go.
being at an intersection and everyone's doing
And you're
this.
like,
Oh, popcorn.
so bad.
awful.
Anyway, but remember that dress controversy from years ago?
This is what made me. It reminded
The
me
blue
of that.
and black versus
Mhm.
the yellow
Mhm.
or the gold and white.
Yep. Never saw gold and white.
No, because
Not a once.
it finally came out recently, the actual color of the dress.
How can we even know? Jen, you are covered in bugs today.
No,
babe.
they're attacking me.
Bless her. She's just so sweet.
Ugh, or
She's
sweaty.
wearing that Crumbl soap.
Little did you know, I like them.
You're just like,
caked in it.
I'm wearing. She's like, scrapes it off.
I'm
I'm
like,
not wearing
Never
it.
mind. Anyway, do you know what color it actually is? I'll tell you. Also, that dress is in a Museum.
Surely. Man, imagine how rare those are. Sweetheart,
I-
are we okay?
that bug bit me.
Oh
I'm feeling really itchy everywhere.
no! Oh no!
Anyway, the official colors
Please tell me.
actually blue and black.
I could have told you that. I have never once seen gold and white.
No, me either.
Never once.
People who do, I'm like, that actually doesn't make sense. It kind of freaks me out.
Add that to the list.
Oh yeah, things that don't make sense.
The black and blue and gold and white dress.
And what was that other thing that was like a few years back? Do you hear
They tr-
Laurel or
Oh my word, Laurel. Yeah, what was the other one?
Laurel or Yanny?
And then they also
was it Yanny?
So,
or
yeah,
Laurel?
Yanni or Laurel. And it kind of switched back and
Well,
forth.
if you
for me.
think Yanni in your brain, you hear
Right.
Yanni. If you think,
Right. Kind of like they also tried to get that shoe to pop off. Do you remember there was like a purple shoe? It was like, is it pink or is it?
Oh, was
Cool.
it pink and white or?
Well, because there was this
Yes, I
high
remember that.
heel shoe and it was next to a pink nail polish and a purple nail polish. And it was like, which color is the shoe?
I thought it was a Nike. It was
Oh.
a heel.
I'm sure they popped on that trend too. It must have been kind of a trend.
Yeah. Anywho,
Ridiculous. Not my bag.
I was just like, finally, justification for thinking it was blue.
Yeah, you're like, I was
Black.
right.
I
was
think
right.
majority of people did think blue and black.
But the people who were like, no, it's gold. I was like, oh, you exist.
Yeah, weird.
You're
Didn't Aaron
real.
think it was gold and white?
I kind of wonder if it's like an age thing.
Oh,
she might
possible.
have.
Like okay, so have you ever walked by like a house that has those high pitched dog whistles?
Mhm.
My mom can't hear those.
It's weird,
'Cause
right?
once you get a certain age, you're.
I remember we downloaded this app like 10 years ago. Us kids were like, oh, after the age of 25, you can't hear the sound. I'm like, oh, listen to that buzz. And my parents were like, I don't hear anything.
We
Like,
should
that's freaky.
look that up now that we're 26.
Oh, that'll make me feel existential.
Yeah.
Extinction is forever.
To get that tattooed.
Oh, my word. Right on my eardrum.
Ew. Oh, I thought this was funny.
Yeah.
So this guy was like, there's only one test that you have to do when you go on a first date with somebody to weed them out instantly.
Ooh, do
Okay.
tell.
It's called the dinosaur test.
Okay.
So all you have to do is ask them what their favorite dinosaur is. And if they give an answer, that's good. If they're like, oh, I don't know, then they have no personality. And I was like, I absolutely love that.
I think that is so real.
Right?
Okay, what's your favorite dinosaur?
Mine is the Brontosaurus, the long neck.
Oh, That's so you.
I also like the Triceratops.
Triceratops is my favorite. But okay,
Yeah.
see, you could get tedious with it though and be like, if they say like Triceratops or
Depending on the
T-Rex, it's just
I
like,
a T-Rex, I guess.
Exactly. Or if it's like, no, I like the Machiavelli. Yeah.
Then it's like, whoa,
Then you're like,
you have
whoa.
too much personality.
You know that dinosaur that has like the bowling ball head with the spikes around it?
Yeah.
That's crazy if that's your favorite.
What? Why is that getting funnier?
I don't know. It just is. It just is.
That's crazy. Oh my
goodness. Anyway, yeah,
Oh,
I stand by it.
If that is your favorite, marry them on the spot.
I think that's what we're saying. Isn't that what we're saying?
Yours is a what's yours?
Triceratops.
Triceratops.
I feel like, again, though, is that basic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's
they're
also
so
like
cute.
so cute.
And I feel like
And so is the Brontosaurus.
Right,
Basic, but
because-
so cute.
because those two, like, if you stylize them like in artwork and stuff, they
Mhm.
could be so cute.
Yes, I know.
Love it.
Love it. I love like the dinosaur aesthetic, just like
Yes.
little boys' clothes with dinosaurs and like
love
the
it.
different colors. They're so
I just
cute.
love that dinosaurs are still a thing with the children.
I know.
And like cars.
Yeah.
Little boys still love cars. It's sweet.
But the fact that dinosaurs has carried on through hundreds of years.
And they're like, we were only here for a short
how
time.
long were they on the earth?
It depends on who you ask.
Wait, weren't we just talking about dinosaurs?
Throw it on the list of things we always talk
extinction.
about.
That's why.
Oh,
we were-
yes. Extinction.
I was like,
is
how has
forever.
this already come up? Okay, so I saw this TikTok, of course,
Of course.
of this girl who was like, can you tell me like some fun facts about Disney that you guys know, like more so than just like Disney's body is frozen underneath the ground. Like, let's get something cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So I screenshotted some of the ones that I thought were fun.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait.
You'll have to tell me. I'm sure you know all of these, but to me they were new
You
information.
never know.
So
I haven't dipped my toe in the Disney bucket in a while.
okay, so I thought this was cute.
Okay.
At Animal Kingdom, you can't have balloons because of the animals, so you can check your balloon into balloon daycare at guest services, and they'll give you a report for the balloon about its day, like it was a kid when you come to pick it up.
That's amazing.
I know.
I knew you couldn't take balloons in. I didn't know there was a whole thing in place.
I wonder what they say, like,
Just like, he did great.
your balloon did great today.
Had a nice little snack. Your
I
balloon
thought
threw
that
an
was
absolute
cute.
fit about noon, but we put him down for a nap, and he's fine.
He's doing better now.
That's amazing.
Okay, Walt bought his mother a home after his first success. There was a fire and she died in the home. That is why
From the fire?
yes, that is why a parent is missing in all the movies.
No, that's not why.
Do you not think so?
The reason
That one felt a little weird to me.
that's weird. Okay. In old stories like Grimm's fairy tales, a lot of the times there was only one parent because typically people died really young at
Mhm.
that age. That's what I think. And also, like in Pixar movies, there's
Mhm.
only one parent because it's way too expensive to animate more than one person. That is why.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
okay, I kind of thought that
that's-
was a little far fetched.
It's possible. I just would have to hear more about
I
that.
just wonder where she got that information.
Also, yeah, I don't know if I
like,
believe
did
it.
Walt say that?
It's like, so in my movies, there's only one
My
parent, so
mom died in the
mom
house
burned
that
to
I bought
death.
her.
Like, yikes.
Okay,
That's
do you know what
interesting.
EPCOT stands for?
Experimental Prototype City of Tomorrow.
Community, but yes.
Community of
Wow,
Tomorrow.
see, good job. I didn't know that. I thought that was so
That's just
cute.
a fact that's burned in the back of my brain for literally no reason. But I didn't even get it right.
This one was kind of cute.
Hmm.
At Magic Kingdom, the names on the windows of Main Street are aliases Walt Disney used to purchase the land in Florida to try and keep the project a secret.
That's adorable.
That's cute, right?
I love that. I'll have
I
to
know.
pay attention to that next time.
Okay, this one says, when I worked there around 12 years ago, a single churro cart at Disneyland would bring in around $2 million a year. Just the churro cart, one of them.
What, my guy?
Yeah. That's crazy.
I think that's both sickening and beautiful.
It's sickening.
It's insane.
Because the amount that I'm really struggling.
she's struggle busting.
The amount that they charge you is
Yeah.
highway robbery then.
I just
Like,
remember,
if your one churro cart is bringing in enough for $2 million, why do you need to gouge me with charging
I mean,
me $300
what?
to
They're
get in
like
the park?
$6 or $7 a piece.
Mm. This is me trying to say $5.
Oh, $5. I think they're more than
$5.
that. Really? I think
No,
they're like
well,
$6.
last time I went, but that was
Oh.
also a couple years ago. So
You don't like the churros, do you?
but I had one and it was $5. And I thought, this is not worth my time.
Oh, I mean,
Do you like them?
I love a churro.
Okay.
Yes,
They're just like crispy brown sugar blobs.
I mean, but they're like donuts. They're yummy. Well,
I'd rather
last
have a
time I
donut
was
that
there,
has dough.
Aaron and I cheersed with our churros,
Mhm.
and we
The
did it
spring-
so
the
hard
sugar
it just
went everywhere.
sprayed everywhere.
You're like, great, there's $2
all over
of my
shirt,
churro.
down my shirt. It was crazy. Yeah, $2 worth of sugar.
Okay, this one says Disney World, along the same vein, Disney World can pay all of their employees' salaries just off of their profit from parking a year.
Oh my goodness.
Just parking.
That kind of just makes me wonder, like, I don't know how their treasury works, but why aren't your movies better?
Yeah.
If you're making that much
If you
money,
have so much money.
where's this going?
I know.
Investments,
That's
properties?
a great question.
I'm so curious about how that works.
I mean, yeah.
Scholarships, I don't know.
How much do their employees make?
Probably minimum wage.
Really?
Yeah.
They should be making more than.
I don't know. I mean, it's not a hard job. Like, a lot of those jobs aren't.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
I'm not going to diss anyone in the food service. Working food service is hard. That's not what I'm saying. But it's not like you're an engineer.
You're not like a surgeon.
It is an entry level position, so you're getting minimum wage.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
But with all the money they're making, surely
I just wonder stuff like that too.
Okay, this one says all the trash cans are emptied from beneath them.
Yeah.
Underground, so you never see someone changing bags to ruin your experience.
Is that legit?
So they just like open the bottom and then it
probably goes to some chute.
Yeah. That's cool, huh?
Now that you mention it, I don't feel like I've ever seen like a big trash bag coming around.
No, see,
That's nice.
You never would see that.
I told you about the time when me and Aaron and Jules and your mom went.
Okay.
And I went to the restroom right at the beginning of the park, like where you turn left, there's those bathrooms. And it was dirty. It was crazy.
Really?
Yes. There was like toilet paper all over the floor, and I felt really sad about it.
Yeah, that's disappointing. Wait, is that the one before you enter the park?
It's like,
or right after?
You just get in, and like where the Christmas tree would be.
Yes.
Turn left, go to the bathroom.
So right where Walt's office is.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay.
It was disappointing.
Oh, you should have told a cast member. They would have been on it.
Granted, it was like at the end of the day, so I felt like it's not personally offending me that a restroom's dirty. All restrooms are dirty.
Of course.
But it was Disneyland.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that way.
The magic.
No.
It was crazy.
Okay, this one, I don't know if this is real. There's a light on Main Street that only lights up when Walt's family comes to stay.
I've heard that, actually. Something like that.
Cute.
Yeah.
This one's funny to me. And I don't know if this is true, but I
love
think
the
it's
fake
funny.
facts regardless.
The reason why they named the movie Frozen was so when you search Disney Frozen, it would stop pulling stuff up about Walt Disney's body.
Okay, I don't think that's purposeful, but that is true.
But they were probably like, this is a double whammy.
That's a good one.
Yeah, isn't that funny? It made me laugh.
So funny. I love that.
Oh, we all know about the hug rule. They're not allowed to release a child until they stop hugging them, which is so sweet. You never know how long
they're going to need it.
It's just
really
precious.
Sweet. I feel like if I was a princess, though, with my social anxiety, I'd be hugging this kid and I'd be like, are we going to be here forever? Like, legitimately.
Because you could be. But you'd hope the parents would be like, okay, sweetheart, time to let go.
Right. Or like the handler person would be like, hey, let's get a picture.
Yeah.
That's true. They have people for that.
This one says anyone hired by Walt himself, which I don't know if there would be anyone around that's still hired by Walt.
Probably very few.
Anyone hired by Walt himself is known as one of the untouchables, and they can't be fired.
Yeah, I'm sure there's only like maybe one or two left if they exist.
Right.
That's interesting. I love that.
Do you want me to keep going?
Yes, I want to hear all of them. I thought that was
more.
What I would love.
Disneyland and Disney World are under a permanent temporary
Okay, first of all, we have a problem.
Flight restrictions since 2003. No planes can fly within or around 3,000 feet from the parks. It's designated as a national defense airspace, similar to restricted airspace over the White House or Kennedy Space Center.
Defending my imagination.
Isn't that crazy?
Okay,
so that's why you never hear like planes
nice.
going. It's just like this bubble.
There's just a very few moments in those parks where you go, oh, we're in the real world.
Yeah.
Like when you're on, I don't know what ride it is, but you get up to a certain point and you're like, if you crane your neck at just the right angle, you can see a hotel
Which
or
you
something.
Don't love.
It's not fun. But yeah.
What's the one that hurts your neck? But I guess you don't ever get out because it is tall, but you probably
Matterhorn?
Yeah. Oh, is it the drop one?
I think it is like
Tower of
Hollywood
Terror.
Tower, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, what can you do?
In almost 70 years, Disneyland has only ever been closed for a full day 3 times.
Was one of them was there the fires last year or
yeah, that sounds about right. And it was like, well, it had to be during COVID, huh?
surely at one
But only
point.
3 days?
It's crazy.
You think it would have shut
That's
down longer than
crazy.
that.
Something that makes me feel existential, speaking of all that stuff, is I'm like, will Disney ever end?
I know.
Like, in the Earth's lifetime?
I don't think so.
Like, the parks, will they ever really shut down?
They're only more busy than ever.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah.
It seems so frightening and unsustainable, because all good things come to an end.
Yeah. Well, when the world ends, I think they will.
When the world ends, Disney goes down.
Yep. This is kind of cute. When Tower of Terror and Haunted Mansion have a 0-minute wait, the wait time shows 13. Isn't that cute?
I love that.
I think that's
love
all I
that.
got.
Okay, that was extremely delightful.
Do you have
I
any
love
that you'd
a
like
fun
to
fact.
add?
You know, back in my day, I had all these facts in my pocket about Disney, but I just, like I said, haven't really been in it lately.
Mhm.
Something I loved was on Disney Plus. I think it's called The Imagineer Story.
Okay.
It, like, is all these episodes about Disney's Imagineers. Do you know what those are?
No.
They're like, that's what they call the people who engineer all the rides and
Oh, yeah.
attractions and stuff. And it just like goes through all the rides and all like the process of making them and designing them. It's
I think I watched a couple of those.
I love that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
I think I watched It's a Small World, which Greta's never been on.
Of all the choices.
Which, like, how can you even be a Disney fan and not go on that ride?
I really do need to partake. I
You
actually
would love it. It's the
my
sweetest little
excuse for
thing.
last time, I think it was closed the whole time we were there.
Mm.
And I was like, of course, the one time I'm ready to go.
Were you actually going to do it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, next time, promise me you'll
I
do
promise I will. All the hair in my mouth right now. Oh, Pinky!
it. This is for promising to go
I
on.
will go on It's a Small World.
Okay. Greta, you're pinkying me. Don't cross your toes.
Oh, I actually was. I wasn't even trying. That's how bad my body doesn't want it.
Oh my god. Ugh. Bug. Are you getting nothing over there?
I'm a farm girl. I don't feel a thing.
Oh my
skin
goodness.
is numb.
Okay, what else do we have here?
So speaking of celebrities that
Oh,
got
yes.
a lot of hate,
Yeah.
JoJo Siwa.
Yeah.
What are our thoughts? Because
Wow.
I've
I mean, how long are we gonna be
I mean,
here?
that's the thing. It's a lot to tackle, but
You see that she's dating Chris Hughes now?
is that real?
Yeah. Oh, very.
I just feel like
been a
they're
while
like
now.
weird friends, and she thinks they're in a relationship.
No, they actually are.
Are they? Okay,
Mhm. He
interesting.
posted about her and stuff.
Interesting. Who is that guy?
No, I was just gonna ask you. Do you know?
Well, because you're like, she's dating Chris Hughes. I'm like, oh, good, she knows who that is. Who's that guy? You're like, do you know who that guy is?
I was gonna ask if you knew. I know they were on Big Brother together, and
Sure.
that's how they got together.
Sure.
But I don't really know. Is he an actor?
A
Is
singer?
What's his
Nepo
vibe?
baby?
Should we
I
look
have
him up?
no idea. Please.
But all I do know is that he's like 32, and
Yeah.
she's like,
21 or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I guess it is what it is.
Do your
but-
thing, baby girl. Do your
Okay,
thing.
Chris Hughes is a TV show host. What?
Okay.
Christopher Hughes is an English television personality and sports presenter. Okay. In
Sports.
2017, he appeared on the 3rd season of Love Island, and then apparently Big Brother.
Okay.
So we don't really know
Did
much
you?
about him.
Interesting. So he's not really America because he's
Yeah, he's from the UK.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, but did you see her audition for Tangled?
Yes. Her mom posted that when she was in, because her mom was in charge of her social media when she was on Big Brother, and she was so mad about it.
Understandably.
Yeah, she's like, that's horrible. I don't know why
Oh,
she would do that.
Why did you give it to your mom?
It was really bad.
Just let the dogs out, my guy.
Yeah.
You let them. That's crazy. No,
Dog.
I actually didn't think it was that bad.
It was bad.
The audition.
Did you watch it?
I saw a comment where they were like, okay, let's just take the fact that we know who this person is out of it. It wasn't a horrible audition. And I kind of agree.
It was just really basic. I would never hire her for the job.
Well, the comments that I resonated more with were like, oh my word, are these the sides for Tangled right now? Because I'm not loving the dialogue I'm hearing.
yeah, maybe it was the writing that was really bad.
I don't know. I don't
So,
know.
like, what did you want to talk to about
I
her?
don't know. I've been, my
'Cause
Facebook,
that's such a loaded
so my
question.
Facebook is just home DIYs,
And JoJo Siwa?
thrifting videos, and JoJo Siwa right now.
That's so weird. And
It's
yet you don't know anything
unfortunate.
about her?
Well, I'm trying. That's why I keep watching him. That's why they keep feeding me. Like, here's a little
You
more.
want to
here's a
know
little
more about her.
And the more I
Dream
watch
guest
her,
on my podcast.
the more I watch her, the more I'm like, I just think maybe she's misunderstood.
No, 100%. I think she's a
Yeah.
sweet person. She just
Yeah.
is like a lot.
She's a lot, and that's okay.
Yeah.
We all have our own personalities. So I've
Yeah.
just been like, I have nothing
But you
really
know how
to
she
say.
like came out as lesbian or whatever, and she
Uh-huh.
had that girlfriend, and then she cheated on her when she was on
Big
the
Brother?
show Big
Oh,
Brother.
okay.
Not cheated, but pretty much.
Right.
Broke up with her immediately after because
Right.
her and Chris were together.
Right.
And then all of a sudden she's coming out saying like,
that was all.
I was pressured to say I was lesbian.
I don't know what I think about
So,
that.
anyway.
I don't know. There's a lot. There's
It's
a lot.
all a lot.
But this is what
and
I'm
I also
saying.
see this pattern with JoJo
Mm.
where like she like is with someone and she's in love with them and they're the bee's knees,
loves
and then
hard.
not but a month or two later they're broken up.
Do you think that's just like a maturity thing or a personality thing?
I think she has a lot of traumatic brain problems
where
where
like she gets really attached.
Yes.
That seems fair.
And
seems fair.
I'm like, I think she just needs to take a little time on her own.
Be a kid still.
Yeah, like
You're
honestly,
so
you never
young.
got to be a kid, so
That's
like just
true.
take some time to learn who you are.
That's true.
Really,
That's true.
without the media saying who you are,
Yeah.
and then maybe.
I fear it's a long journey ahead.
I just feel
God
bad for
bless.
her, to be honest.
I do too. I have mixed feelings, but my overall feeling is like I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and I also
Yeah.
feel like her mom is more of a manager than a mother, just from what I see.
Typical. Jen.
What are you gonna ask me
What?
about the wigs?
No.
Okay,
You know
what?
wigs? No. You know Vin Diesel?
Yeah,
Do you know how tall he is?
he looks pretty tall,
He looks pretty tall.
but he's not.
It's like a big hidden controversy.
Wait, my guess would be like 6'2".
Right?
Yeah.
So on Google, I think he's listed as 6'2". If you look
This is
around,
fake?
so if you look around, some sites say 6 foot, some sites say 6'4", and some sites say 5'8",
Oh my word.
5'6", 5'4".
What?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the deal?
So Aaron and I were digging around because I heard on a different podcast,
Mhm.
Smosh Mouth,
Yeah.
someone from their crew has seen Vin Diesel in person, and they were like, he's short, my guys.
Really?
And that's like a fan theory. Like,
what?
it's on Reddit, it's everywhere. But
Well,
they're just
it's
like,
real then if she saw him in person.
But that's the thing. So like, but it's like really underground, this information. So Aaron and I were doing some digging,
Weird.
and we basically found out he wears these like brand custom shoes that are like known for their platform shoes.
Mhm.
And lots of people are like, he's actually like 5'7", 5'5", whatever.
Wait, those are big differences.
Well, no one knows his exact height, but it's somewhere in
Wait,
there.
so if I just search him right now, it'll say like 6 something?
Try it. I'm curious.
What?
But
This is so weird.
And here's the thing. I'm like, why doesn't he just tell people his real height?
Yeah, because he wants to appear big
I
and
guess.
strong
But like,
and
we're in
tall.
the era of the short kings, you know?
I actually kind of can see him being
Because-
short. Like now that I'm looking at
and they
him
also
again.
apparently edit him to look taller in all his movies and
Oh,
stuff.
interesting.
But it's just so interesting.
Yeah, this says
to me.
6 foot.
Mm.
This says 6 foot.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
so
if
weird.
you do some digging, you're gonna find that there's like
and then
some
this
stuff
the
out there.
next drop is Vin Diesel really 6 foot tall?
Uh-huh.
No, Vin Diesel is not 6 foot tall. While his height is often listed as 6, he is generally accepted to be 5'11". Oh.
No, it's not even that though.
He
It's,
is
like,
known to
shorter.
wear elevator shoes, which can make him appear taller than he actually is.
I don't know. I can't. Okay, the
Okay.
more you see it though, can't you kind of just see him as like one of those short, strong guys?
Yeah, I can.
It's interesting. So on that same vein, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, is he short too?
He's like really short. I can't remember. I wrote it down.
What?
He's. Let me see. It's interesting. Oh, Arnold. Okay, he's not really short, but for who he is
Is he
he's
like
5'10". Yeah.
Okay.
Which people were like, you would think he's like 6'4"
Big
based
and
on his
built.
character.
Yeah,
but
right.
it's really interesting. Like Aaron had a school teacher who saw him in Alaska one time or
Oh my
somewhere,
goodness, weird.
and he didn't even realize it was him at first because he just walked by him thinking, oh, you know, he's not on my radar. He's not as tall as I expected.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
that's
So yeah,
so weird.
people are short.
You know when iCarly they had to have Freddie wear those huge shoes?
Oh my
so
word.
he would be as same height as the girls.
That's so cute.
Poor guy.
What a sweetie.
He was really short. Is he still? You saw
He's
him in person.
so small, that guy.
Is he really?
He's so small.
I feel like he's strong though.
He's strong for sure, but like
but short.
because I hadn't watched iCarly the way
Mhm.
you have, I kind of don't know all like the he's short stuff. But
Yeah.
when I saw him
You were surprised.
the other weekend, I was like, oh my word, he is a tiny little guy.
Yeah.
Like on me, he was probably like there.
Wow,
Mhm.
interesting.
And I was like, oh, what a sweetie.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
pretty
It was
crazy.
cute. It was
You know
cute.
that it's a really big problem for men to be short.
I can
Like,
totally
that's a huge
see
thing.
I can totally see, because women, we have our slew of physical things that we feel like we have to meet.
Uh-huh.
For a guy, I don't think that list is as intense, but height is a huge one.
Yeah.
And that's too bad.
You're way less hireable when you're short.
Really?
You're way less respected by other men when you're short.
Stinks.
Women don't want short men. Like, it's just quite, it's quite crazy.
That's why the short kings movement is
That's
so
why they're
important.
trying to get that going.
It's real. It's real. But yeah, that stinks.
I know. I feel bad for them.
Well, okay. You and I are both...
They can have some of mine.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You and I are considerably tall for women.
Mm-hmm.
You especially. Mm-hmm. How has that affected you, do you feel like?
I feel like people think I'm scary.
Really?
Yeah, everyone I like have met like at college or like high school or whatever, they always say that I'm like intimidating or mysterious or like stuck up.
Interesting.
When they first like see me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm sorry.
I'm just a girl.
I think it's just because I'm like tall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Do you ever wear heels?
Mm-mm.
You're not like a heels person ever.
I would feel like a monster.
And that's why though?
Yeah, I think so.
It's purely because of the height, not because of the comfort or anything.
But see, I want to, like we talked about before, I want a tall guy because I'm very tall. Mm-hmm. But it's these 5'5", 5'6" girls that are like
tall guys. Like, leave something for
like,
the rest of us.
You don't need a tall guy.
No,
like,
that's true.
If I married someone who was like 5'8", that would look really odd.
I mean, it is what it is.
And I would continue to feel like this giant monster when I just want to feel like a small little girl.
Yeah,
you know
I understand completely.
Anywho,
I'm right on the cusp because
you and Thomas are pretty much the same.
We're about the same. Like if I stand on my tiptoes, I can see the top of his head.
Yeah,
and vice versa. We're like the same.
Yeah, which is better than him being like, shorter, though.
It is nice.
You can understand
it's right on the cusp, and I love it.
Yeah,
he's
it's
a
good.
sweetie. Yeah. Jenny's burp.
I'm having a lot of situations happening. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to talk to you about this.
Please.
On a podcast I was listening to, I heard this lady, she was talking about this cruise documentary on Netflix, and it was called like Poop Cruise or something.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm super intrigued. So I
say no more.
Yeah, so I went on Netflix and I found it's called Trainwreck Poop Cruise.
Trainwreck Poop Cruise. Pick one adjective. I got it.
Like the subtext is like Poop Cruise.
Oh my goodness.
Trainwreck.
Yes.
Poop
Okay.
Cruise.
I love this.
So it was. I don't know, you maybe have saw this in the media back in the day, but it was like 2013, and this cruise ship, it was supposed to be like a 4-day cruise. It was going well the first 3 days, and then on the way back, there was a fire in the engine room, which caused all the power to be like, to stop working.
Oh no.
So there was no power on the cruise ship, which meant that the propeller couldn't move them. And their toilet stopped working.
Poop cruise.
And like all their food spoiled because
what a nightmare.
They don't have fridges or anything and no lights or anything like that.
This is frightening.
And all the air conditioning broke and it was like hot.
The Titanic. This is like a different.
This is
kind
almost
of
worse.
Yes, because I can't imagine people went crazy.
I know. So like so they woke up really early for the fire, and then all of a sudden the power went down, and they went over the speaker and they're like, okay, if you need to use the restroom, you have to pee in the shower, and we're gonna pass out these bags for you to poop in. And okay, so what was funny, because this girl on the podcast, she's like, everyone was freaking out over the fact that they had to poop in these bags. And as I watched it, I was like, yeah, they're like literally more scared about pooping in a bag than like the fact that they're floating in the middle of the ocean with no way to get to the shore.
First world problems at its finest.
Like, I just couldn't bring myself to poop in that red bag.
I'm sorry, I have pooped in a bag so many times.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I'm like, that's would be the literal least of my concerns.
Literally, there's a part of me that's just like tickled at the idea of being able to poop in a bag without it being socially weird.
I have to.
Like, let's go for it. It's fun.
But anyway, like, it was getting so hot. People were like dragging their mattresses out to like the deck and all sleeping just like in a row, like on their mattresses with all these random strangers.
Stars.
And so once the tugboat finally got there to pull them back to land, they like the boat like pulled it so that the cruise ship kind of tilted on its side, and all the pee and poop from like the showers started going out and flooding the whole cruise. So you were just walking around in literal sewage, like pee and poop just all over the floor.
I don't know why there's something so poetic about this.
It's
like
horrible.
All these rich people on their cruise and they're just covered in crap.
Yeah, exactly.
Something kind of beautiful about it.
And then they had to like find any like food they could, like, so they like made them like sandwiches with just like
peanut butter,
bread, and like tomatoes. and they would wait in like 2-hour-long lines just to get like some sandwiches. Anyway,
love this. This is crazy.
you should watch the documentary.
This is just like a
It's-
reminder of how fragile people are.
I know.
Not even just in their constitution, but as a human being, you can so easily die.
Yeah, I know.
Like-
and then like the guy was like, people started to be really like territorial and like all man for themselves.
This is a
And I can
social
imagine that
experiment.
being like so stressful.
Yes.
Like everyone's just like, this is my bed. Like he said, people
Right.
were fighting over lawn chairs and like punching each other and like claiming their spots.
It's
And
animals. We're
I
just
was
such
like,
sheep at the end of
wow.
the day.
Yeah.
I love this. Did you watch this? Jenny, are
I
we...
kid you not.
Oh, no, I'm under the
That
tree too.
was a ladybug and it was biting me, Greta.
I hate ladybugs. They're
Wait.
gross.
Can that be poisonous?
No. You're so cute. No, we're
Are
fine.
you sure?
He just thinks you're sweet,
It
big
stung me.
aphid.
It was stinging.
Are you okay?
But Greta, I'm not. I'm
no,
fine. But
no,
like,
no. You're fine.
it was stinging me.
a ladybug.
Yeah, I was like, "What's that
It
stinging?"
probably was
And
just,
I looked
it was
down.
probably just giving you a little nibble. I really don't think it's hurting. Like they don't have venom. We
But
would
what
know
about
this.
you know how they're like, if they're yellowish, they're bad.
They're from
You know what I'm talking
about? Yeah, I know what you're saying, but
If I die,
bear me in satin.
it's documented.
Oh, Jenny, I can't. Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Are you okay?
I'm about ready to wrap it
Okay,
because I'm
sounds good.
so itchy.
I actually have something.
Oh, good. Tell me.
I have something I want. Are you good? You're itching.
My ladybug bite
I'm
is
so
really
sorry.
itchy.
Okay, well, I want you to. Okay, close your eyes.
Okay.
Close your eyes.
What's happening? Good, I'm scared.
No, don't be scared. It's not scary. It's fun. I have a gift for you. Woo! It was your birthday the other day.
Oh my goodness.
And
I'm
wanna-
going to open it on the pod?
Yes. No pressure. And I have to preface this by saying
you.
there's two of the things in there.
Okay.
One of them is for me and one of them's for you.
Oh, I love that.
But
A
I wanted
team
you
gift.
to pick the one that you want.
I'm so excited. Oh
You're
my goodness, thanks, Greta.
welcome, babe.
Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Is this a t-shirt?
Yes.
A sweatshirt?
Yes.
So cute. Oh my goodness, I love this. Hold it up. Oh, Greta, did you get this made?
I made them.
You made it? How'd you
Yeah.
make it?
I ordered some vinyl iron-ons and
Stop it.
away we went.
Oh my goodness, these are so cute. Hold this one up. I love it, Greta.
Thanks.
Thank
I'm glad.
you.
I'm glad. Well,
Okay,
we've
so
gotta
which
get
one
some
do you
merch.
want?
Oh, I literally don't care. It's up
Should
to
we
you.
sell these to you folks?
Well,
not
that's-
these ones.
I
but-
have another one, and I was thinking we should do a giveaway.
Oh my goodness,
So
giveaway.
comment down below if you're interested.
Wait, yes. What should we do for the giveaway? Just
I don't
give
know.
it away to someone
Just
who comments.
give it away. Well, we'll figure it out. We could post on Instagram.
Here you go, Aaron. Here's your
Yeah, or one
sweatshirt.
listener.
What color is the other one?
I don't have another one, so I thought we'd have to buy it to.
Okay,
match
so
person's
which color
size,
do you
but
want?
I don't care. This is your gift. It's up to you.
Oh, I love both of them. I'll have to think about it.
Okay, well, think about it.
Thanks,
but
Gret.
yeah, you're welcome.
I love it.
I love you.
I love
Happy
you, and I love our
birthday.
podcast.
I do too. Any closing thoughts for the listeners?
Well,
Any last topics?
I'm just worried about my ladybug bite,
so she's got to go get that checked out.
but I don't have any other closing
I
remarks.
don't either.
I don't
Anyway,
either.
Yeah, it's been a good time. Any plans for the week?
Ooh. No.
No.
Not that I care to share with you.
None of you
I'll
guys.
tell you later.
Oh, sick. I'm so special. Anyway.
I have to pee, so
All right, well, we'll wrap it
let's
up.
go.
Love you guys. Have a
Love
good
you.
one.
Love
Thank
you,
you.
Greta.
Love you.
Ew, what was that? Bye.